Naturally Modest Familia, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Kathleen, aka Naturally Modest, and I'm so glad you guys are here. Today we will be doing part 1 of my relationship with God series, and if you are interested, go ahead and keep watching. Alrighty guys, so like I mentioned, this is going to be part 1 of the my relationship with God series. Last week I shared with you guys the introduction of how and what this series will encompass. So last week I told you guys about why it is so important to have your own personal relationship with God, mainly because we saw through the text in 2 Chronicles 24 that if you yourself are not rooted, then you will be uprooted easily by the evil one and you won't be able to stand. And since we know that, then we should, build on the rock, which is Christ Jesus, our foundation. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal walk with him, what I've experienced, because a lot of times, we are so quiet on, our personal walk, but we don't like to talk about, what we face, the sins that we partaked in. But I want to be different. I want to be transparent with you guys. I want to tell you guys my walk, my personal walk, so that if you are experiencing the same things, you can, learn from me and how I overcame and what I learned. So this is what this series is all about, so I hope it is going to be a blessing unto you guys. Today in part 1, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how and when I became a Christian. So keep watching. Alrighty, so when I was younger, my mom wasn't really so much in the faith, in the Christian faith. Her mom was Catholic, but they went to church from time to time. But when I was born and we actually moved here to Orlando, Florida, my mom was living with her father, my grandfather at the time, and he would always go to this specific church, and she would go from time to time, and then she received revelation that this is the truth, and that she needs to come into the church. So she started going to church here in Orlando, Florida, and that's when she became a Christian. And of course, me being her child, I would have to go with her. So that's kind of how, like, when I came into the Christian faith, but that's not when I personally became a Christian. So as I grew into this church, I was really active. I was engaged in church activities. I was in choir. I was in bell choir. I did sign language at church, all these different things. So that's when I personally started, drawing closer to God. And at the age of 9, I actually decided to get baptized. And you are going to be like, what, 9 years old? That's really young. But honestly, I agree with you. I feel like that's a young age, but you are never too young to give your life to God. Although you didn't really get to live and really go through the motions of trials and temptations, but once you hear the voice of God, go. You know what I mean? You never know if you're going to see the next day. So that's why it's so vital for you to accept the call when you hear that God is calling you to come. So at the age of 9, I decided to get baptized, and I'm actually going to go ahead and do a part 2 of this video to share with you guys how life has been after the age of 9, after the call, after accepting the call of baptism, because at 9 years old, that's what, like 4th and 5th grade. So once you go to middle school and up, that's where you really experience life, and when you really go through temptation and all that. So I'm gonna share a video all about that and how it's been from then, from the age of 9 to now. So yeah, so that's how and when I became baptized. I came to the Christian faith, and I accepted the call at the age of 9. So if you are interested in seeing part 2 of this video, go ahead and make sure your notification button is on, because I'll be posting my relationship with God videos every single week, so you guys can stay tuned on my journey, so that you are able to see what I experienced, how I overcame, so that you too may be able to overcome. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to the series, you're good, because I just started it. So go ahead and watch the intro. I will link it below, and it'll be at the end of this video as well. So I hope you guys stay blessed, and remember to be naturally modest. Have a great one. Love you guys. Bye.